Hello, everyone. See a couple of my students popping on from the course. Happy Wednesday. It's been several weeks since I've been live from my course. And so I was like, I need to make sure I uh, have a chance to still connect with you all and things that I'm learning. And not only on my YouTube channel, but posted on here as well. I see my students popping in. We'll get started in a few minutes. I'm going to give some people a few minutes. So I hope everybody is doing good. Course has been going bomb. I see a couple of my students. So any of my students in the chat, just let them know that we're having fun, aren't we? It's a lot. We're learning a lot, but we are having a good time. We're laughing, we're clowning, breaking up the material to just relax a little bit and have fun. I try to make it interactive and engaging and give people a chance to like laugh and have fun. We play games and things like that. So it's been a good time in the course so far. It's been a good time. They've been learning so much, understanding the material. So I'm just so excited for my first group. Like they're killing it. They are killing it. Like great conversation. We actually just had our first live office hours on Sunday. Great hour and a half discussion, like legit. We talked about branding and target market, and um, my students were able to get feedback and get ideas about their branding and what they're thinking and all of that stuff. So it's jam packed with tons of information. I'm monitoring our private Facebook group every day and making answering questions or just interacting. Um, every Wednesday we do like a Facebook, some type of game, group game. So it's been a great time. They're learning a lot. That's the first thing I normally hear when they complete each module is, oh my gosh, it's so much information. But I keep reminding them that you're investing in your business. And so I'm giving it all to you. I want you to be able to walk away knowing what to do, whether you're ready to launch or not. When it comes time, you got all the teeth. And so, but my students have been great, positive vibes, great energy, encouraging each other. It's been dope. Lethea, Lethea, it's a whole lot. Y'all crack me up. Y'all are funny. I love y'all. Okay, so I posted 2 days ago that I finally secured a business address. And so, what that means, that's why I wanted to do this. I asked if anybody was interested in just kind of hearing the process and what to do. I'll also be posting after this live, I'll be posting a quick video on how to get to the steps. But yes, I finally got a business address. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I first launched my business, I used my home address. And I know probably some of y'all out there like, oh, girl, no, I'm not trying to do that. I didn't want to do it either, but I also was not in the financial position to like, I didn't want to add any additional bills to what I already was trying to do. Now, if you've seen my YouTube video, I talked about self funding my business and what that entails. So basically, my husband and I sat down going over our budget like we do every 2 weeks anyway. And then whatever money that we're using for like debt and savings, I would take a percentage of that to invest in my business and pay for the operating and operation expenses and being able to pay for all of my supplies and materials until my business was making enough money and I was selling enough candles to then replenish my inventory. So I did not feel like buying the address. I'm gonna just be honest. I didn't feel like investing in another subscription or another 1 year purchase of securing a business address. And so, unfortunately, when I printed out my labels for my orders, my home address was on there. Now, thank God I haven't had no issues. God covering our house. Thank hallelujah. But I said it's time to get this off of here. And so when it comes to your business address, it's on my email. Like I have to have my business, I have to have a physical address For my email list, I have to have it on my website because that's where I'm putting orders out. um, Everything. So there's certain funnels and parts and elements of your business that's going to probably require you to enter in an address. Probably PayPal, I can't remember, but I'm sure it is. Any type of financial processing systems like QuickBooks, anything like that is probably going to have to require you to put in an address. And I was just at this point, I'm like, okay, now my business is starting to grow, and this year, you all know, I'm rebranding. So I'm working with the social media brand strategist. She's also going to kind of she's managing Lady Simone's accounts. So I'm doing a complete level up on my candle business. And I said part of me leveling up is going ahead and getting a business address. And I did it through UPS. There's several alternatives, but I did mine through UPS, and I'm going to get into why. Now, I am an LLC, and as an LLC, your physical address has to be the address where you operate your or manufacture your business. So we are technically candle manufacturers, right? We create candles, we create finished candles. So I manufacture my candles here in my home. And so as an LLC, you have to have a physical address of where you operate your business. But you can have another mailing address, and this can be whatever. You can have a business address, you can have a virtual address, you can have an actual mailbox. Your mailing address can be a PO box, so I did want to clear that up. Your mailing address. But if you decide to do an LLC, or if you're deciding to stay as a sole proprietor but are going to register your DBA, I've talked about that on my YouTube channel, then your physical address, depending on the state. Now, do research in your own state. I've stated that on my YouTube channel. Do research in your own state. But most states require that you have a physical address where you operate in your business. So I wanted to clear that up. LLC, your physical business has to be an actual like street address. Your mailing address can be different though. So the mailing address, I have my home address registered with my state because this is where I operate and make my candles. But my mailing address is what I'm able to put on my website. It's what I'm able to use for my email list. It's what I'm able to print out for my labels. And so all of my business documents, anybody that wants to send me something, any return orders, that hasn't happened yet. Thank God I haven't had any issues with my orders thus far. But if somebody needed to return an order or something like that, they will use my mailing address. So I have a mailing business address through UPS. And I'm so excited because now my registered home address can just be with the state. But everywhere else, anybody that needs to reach me, any business, legal documents, anything like that, I have a business address with the UPS. Also, when it comes to an LLC, you will have a registered agent. If you sign up through LegalZoom or Zen Business, which is who I registered through, you will have a registered agent. And your registered agent, if you choose to have one, which I recommend, it comes with the package. Your registered agent also has to have a physical address. But LegalZoom and Zen Business will typically get that for you. Wherever your registered agent is located, they will already have that set up. So all you need to worry about is making sure wherever you operate your candle business at, that is what is registered with the state. But if you want to avoid using your home address on everything else that you market or use, or anything that else that will typically get eyes, like labels, your website and all that stuff, you can use a mailing address, and you can get a business mailbox. It can be a PO box, but check with your state. Or you can get like a virtual mailbox, a virtual address. So yes, I got my keys. And when I was dangling my keys in my boomerang, I was basically just excited because now I can literally go in my local UPS store and I can turn the key into my mailbox and get any important mail or anything like that. They take mail, like regular mail that fits in your box, but then they also take packages from any carrier. Any carrier. So USP, anybody that delivering to your mailing address, your business address, UPS accepts all carriers. And so why did I decide to go with UPS versus USPS and get a P.O. box for my mailing address, mainly because USPS does not accept all carriers. And I wanted to make sure I had any opportunity to accept whatever carriers or packages. I don't know where God is going to take my business, but I'm professing that He's going to take it up and we're going to elevate through Him. And so I want to make sure that whoever needs to send me something or whatever packages I need to receive, that my mailing address or the company that I went with can accept all carriers. That's number one. Number two, USPS, at least from when I went to my local USPS, they typically only do PO boxes. And so with PO boxes, I did not I rather have a business address because I am trying to polish my brand. And so with that, having an actual physical address, a business mailbox, it looks more professional in my opinion. That's just me. Y'all don't have to do this, but this is just me. I'm trying to polish my brand. Again, I'm expecting God to do great things for me this year. And so I just like the look of having a business address better. Now that was just personal preference. And USPS more or less do like PO boxes. So totally your call though. Whatever your budget looks like, all good. Neither is bad, but it's your mailing address. But when you register for an LLC or if you're a sole proprietor and you're registering as a DBA, most states require it to have a physical address, but you can register your home address with the state. The state ain't about to be blasting you like a order label would or your website would. They just want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence. Make sure you stay in compliance, and that is one of the main reasons why I went with LegalZoom is great too, but I went with Zen Business because they literally take care of keeping me in compliance every year. My registered agent takes care of everything. I don't even have to really worry about it. They keep my documents in compliance. Every time I log in my portal, it's always up to date and everything like that. So I finally secured a business address and I'm going to walk you through how. And then after this live, I'm going to post a video actually showing you a demo of where to go. So I went with UPS. Get on Google. You Google UPS business mailbox. You'll click on the link and you'll see it after the live. I'll show you, but the link is www.theupsstore.com mailboxes and then business mailboxes. And then once you get there, you navigate, it's right at the top. You navigate to find a store. And so wherever you're at, UPS is all over the country. So wherever you're at, click find a store. And then I typed in my zip code where I'm at. And so then I clicked submit. So I can see all the closest stores, even though I knew my UPS is literally 2 minutes away up my block. But I wanted to make sure I found the correct address. And then once the page refreshes, I scheduled an appointment. You do not have to schedule an appointment, but I did because I wanted their attention. And, I can secure somebody. You help them with their packages, but I need you to talk to me to make sure I'm doing what I need to do. So I scheduled an appointment just so I knew I had somebody's undivided attention for that time. It was a 30-minute appointment and it's free. And so once I secured my appointment, I picked the time, whatever. They sent me, and so I pretty much just followed the prompts to secure the appointment. The appointment type that you want to click is mailbox services. So this will tell the UPS clerk or whoever will be taking your appointment that you are here to talk about securing a mailbox, talk about the size that you want. I got a medium size mailbox, by the way. And then if you want keys or not. You do not have to get keys, but the keys, if your UPS store does that, the keys is just in case they're closed and you could not make it to pick up your mailbox, they give you a key to actually get in the store. Then you have your second key to get into your mailbox. So I went on and got the keys because my schedule is ridiculous and sometimes I just don't make it. And it's COVID. I'm just be real. So sometimes I'm not out and about like that. So just in case I want to go after hours, me and my husband is out and about. Oh, baby, run me to UPS real quick. Let me get my mail. I can do that and check and see if I have mail. But also, one of the things that I loved about it is instead of wasting trips, they send me email and text alerts to let me know, hey, you got a package, or hey, you got some mail. So honestly, I don't even have to run up there and check. They'll let me know. So that's it. And it's the 30-minute appointment. And so this is what you'll get, and you can see it on the website, but you actually get a street address. You do not get a P.O. box. You get a street address, which, like I said, in my opinion, it just looks more professional. And yes, you have 24-hour access. That's if you choose to get the keys. So that's what that means. You can go into their store even when they're closed and still get into your mailbox. And so the street address is actually the UPS store address, that's particular store address, but you get a number, which is your mailbox number. So for example, 1234 Baby Street. I'm looking at all my son's baby toys right here, so it just popped in my head. So 1234 Baby Street, and then you get the number sign, and then you'll get your mailbox number. So it'll be number, that emblem, and then 123. So that way, whoever needs to send you something, that carrier will know, okay, she has an actual mailing a box in the UPS store, and I need to put it in her mailbox number. So it looks more professional. It actually looks like a suite number. It looks really nice. So I love the way I can write it and type it out and put it on things. It looks very professional. They accept packages from all carriers again. So you don't have to worry about that. They will alert you to let you know when you have packages. They'll hold mail for you. They'll forward mail for you. So for example, my husband and I move into our dream home, giving it to God. And a UPS store is closer. I can actually get it forwarded to that UPS store. They'll handle all of that for you. And so what is required? I see somebody asking about the price. I'll talk about that in just a second. So what is required? All I needed to do was bring proof of my business registration with my state. And so if you're a sole proprietor, you register as a DPA, anything that you register with your state, bring that with you. So your EIN, if you have an EIN number, bring all of that with you to the appointment, and then just 2 forms of ID. So one had to at least be a picture. So I brought my license and I brought my work ID. She said that was sufficient. And that was my store. So make sure you check with your store, but I'm pretty sure that's standard. That's pretty standard anyway when you go do things. And so when I arrived, I literally just said, hey, I have an appointment at this time. My name is Paris Northcutt. And yes, I'm here to help you. You have the appointment with me. And literally all I had to do was sign my mailbox agreement. And pretty much the mailbox agreement, it was a standard agreement, because y'all know I read my stuff. It was just a standard agreement, just letting you know the maximum packaging sizes they'll take from carriers. So for example, if I ordered, like, I don't know how many pounds of wax or something like that. If it's two, I think they'll give you an example, but you can't just get like a bunch of, like, you can't have no delivery truck showing up to UPS with all your candle supplies. But I'm not even at that level yet. I'm still owning my business at the beginner level, so I'm not about to have no big old supply carrier truck. So she said you can't have stuff like that, but they do take packages or whatever. And so it was just basically their terms of conditions, their hours of operation, just pretty much let me know the rules, security, safety rules, holding myself accountable. They'll let you know that just letting you know about the text alerts, all of that stuff. So it was just a basic standard agreement and contract. So I just initialed and signed, and what they do is they type in your business name, all of that stuff, where you operate your business, all of that stuff they get from your registration, your state license, and my EIN. So I just gave her all of that stuff so she could type in my company name, all of that. And then so once it printed out, all I had to do was sign it as the owner. And she gave me my keys. And that was it. It was 30 minutes. And mainly bulk of that 30 minutes was her explaining each section of the contract, me reading through everything, making sure I agreed, signing everything, making sure my business name was typed correctly, just making sure all of my personal and business information was correct. And I told her I wanted keys, so that required a signature as well because they're giving me their keys. Um, and just again talking about rules, safety, and just doing my due diligence as a business owner, and just respecting the property and the location and all of that stuff. And so yeah, that was pretty much what it is. She broke down everything. It was seamless, smooth, easy, and great. So there now this may vary. She did tell me prices and mailbox sizes and availability varies with there's a million stores around the country. We're from all over who's logged in. So make sure you check with your local UPS store for accurate pricing for that particular store. I got a medium sized box and I got it for a full year. Anything now that I'm at this level in my business where I'm making some money, anything I can get for a year, I try to go ahead and invest in so I don't have to worry about it. But that's just me. Um, so I got the full year with keys with the medium sized box. My total came to $246. So I would pay $246 every single year to maintain my mailbox, my street address, my business address, and my keys. $246. To me, it was worth the investment because now I can take my personal home address off of everything and put my business street address on there and begin accepting whatever mail I may get. I can polish my branding. All of that is going into me wanting to rebrand and just kind of level up a little bit with my business. So I decided to go ahead and invest $246. That was my local UPS store. So make sure you check with the size mailboxes, which will vary with the price and availability. So I got a medium just in case. I can accept at least some small to medium packages. Of course, I can accept mail, and then anything that can't fit in the box, they have a secure place where they keep your specific packages that gets delivered that cannot fit in your box. And so again, as an LLC, I explained this earlier. So for those who are just tuning in, my home address is registered with the state, but I am allowed to have a different mailing address. So I chose to do a business address. As an LLC, you cannot register a PO box with your state. It has to be a physical address where you operate your business, at least for Ohio, but your mailing address can be different. So the mailing address is what I secured as my business address. Again, sole proprietor. I have a whole series on my YouTube channel if you want to learn about the different legal entities and what that is required of you there. So check out my YouTube channel for more information on that. Another alternative is just a virtual mailbox. So it virtual mailboxes pretty much allows you to read in your postal mail online. So it's not a physical street address. You get an address, but everything that you receive is virtual, and you will be able to see it online. And so that's the differences between having an actual business mailbox versus having a virtual mailbox. But both are sufficient as your mailing address if that's what you choose to do. So you'll just probably, I'm sure for a virtual mailbox, you pay like a subscription, or they probably have a yearly subscription, just like I did with UPS. But I actually wanted a physical address. I am a candle maker, so I'm thinking long term, I may get a returned order. Who knows? They could have typed in the wrong address when they keyed in their order and it comes back. You never know. I have an accountant now. I'm working with a branding strategist. I'm about to start working with a business attorney so I can spruce up my policies and everything on my website. So I also have a business expansion coach that I'm working with. So my name and my address is in a lot of buckets. And so I'm trying to streamline everything and have my mailing address in one place. I have an email list with Lady C's digital headquarters for those who receive my emails and get access to my freebies. Email list requires an address. Why? I don't know, because it's email, but I have to have an email address, a business address. So I was able to finally take my personal home address off my email footer and put my mailing address. So anywhere where you don't feel secure or safe, business address or virtual address is a good option, but just make sure, if you don't take nothing else away from this video, make sure that the address you register with your state, and check with your state, because every state is governed differently. But where you operate your business, be honest, do your due diligence as a business owner. You know, I take being a business owner very seriously. I'm sure you all know that on my channel. And so make sure you're doing and staying in compliance and everything is accurate with your state. But you are allowed to have a different mailing address. A lot of businesses do that. They operate here, but they want their mail going here. So that's fine. So that's what I secured. I got my key, and look, I've been flossing with my keys all week. My husband's like, if you don't sit down, I'm like, don't hate, because I have keys to a business mailbox. But I'm just excited because it's a part of my rebranding. It's a part of me leveling up. And I'm putting this information out here because, you know, we're all out here trying to do our thing. And so whatever I'm learning, I want to share it with you all. For those who are in my course, y'all see the comments. We've been learning a lot. And we're on module 5 this week already. And so now we're taking it one module at a time. It's been a great time, a lot of laughs, a lot of information, I know. But again, I want you all to walk away with everything y'all need to get started. Do you have virtual address suggestions? Thank you so much. So I heard of iPostal. I did heard of iPostal. That is probably one of the main ones I always hear about is iPostal. And so check out iPostal. Or again, you know, UPS, that's what I went with. So either one, whatever fits your pockets, whatever fits your budget, whatever fits how you're operating your business right now, do it. I just wanted to bring this info to you guys, because I know many of you express the fear of putting your personal home address out there, and I feel you on that. And I'm finally getting myself together and finally taking my home address. I thank God he's kept us covered and I haven't had no problems. But you just never know. We all know people, you know, people tripping out here nowadays. So you got to be careful. And so this is one of the ways to clean up your branding, have a more polished look. And even with the virtual address, they'll give you a street address. So either way, you know, your branding looks more polished. That's just my opinion. Look, I'm just trying to make boss moves out here and have my branding looking as polished and as cohesive as possible. And that's one of the ways that I wanted to do it. So there you have it. That's the process. After this live, I'll post a quick little video of me recording my phone and the steps to get to your appointment or whatever, so you can at least see what that looks like. If you're interested in me going in depth and actually you seeing like a document of the steps, I did kind of create a quick little document with some tips on here. If you all are interested in that, just let me know and I can definitely like post that in the Lady C digital headquarters and y'all can access it there and just, you know, create something real quick for y'all just to have a reference if you choose to go this way. So thank you all. I got my students on here. I love it. Come on. So I appreciate the support. Patricia, Alethea, Selena, thank you all. Yes, let's all level up. Let's do our thing. I'm about to go ahead and clock back into work from lunch. Thank you all again for spending lunch with me, the rest of your lunch with me. I am going to get back to doing some lives. I'm trying to think about good content that I can come on here and speak about sometimes, because I know y'all get my emails and then I have my YouTube channel. So I'm trying to figure out a way, and then all of my Instagram posts. I'm trying to think about a way to interact and get out there with y'all. If y'all have any suggestions, hit me up in DM or reply to any of my emails that y'all get from me, and I'll do my best to execute, okay? I love y'all, and thank you again. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.